It's been a month of demonetization, and the government today announced a series of steps. Let's quickly run through some of those important steps which the government has announced today. Now, 0.75% will be a discount if you actually transact digitally while taking in diesel or petrol at a petrol pump. The government will provide 2 swipe machines each to 1 lakh villages, each with a population of about 10,000. So those swipe machines will enable electronic exchanges, financial exchanges to actually take place, and that's going to be disseminated across the country. NABARD will have a RuPay card to people who have Kisan credit cards. This will actually enable them to use this to transact financially, electronically, very simply. That's the plan of the government. There'll be a 5% discount on digital payment mode for railway facilities like catering and retiring rooms. Several other measures which have been announced as well. Railway passengers who buy tickets online get free accident insurance cover worth 10 lakh rupees. And the list actually goes on. Let's move on to a couple of the other points which have been announced by the government. A 0.5% discount on digital payments for a monthly or seasonal tickets for suburban railways. The Mumbai suburban railways, where this is going to start first, but this is going to be extended to other companies, to other trains as well across the country. Insurance bought online from customer portals of public companies will get an 8% discount for life insurance, and there'll be a 10% discount for general insurance which is purchased online from customer portals. A 10% discount for digital payments on highway tolls. So the government encouraging the use of RFID tags and fast tags as they are known. So that's another important area of collection which the government believes can be done electronically. So all of these measures have been done. It's now been 1 month of demonetization, and the government, it seems, is absolutely clear. The way ahead is a way where cash is minimal. It's going to be digital, but realistically, can this be achieved within a finite period of time? That's one of the central themes of today's debate. Joining us, Sambit Patra of the BJP, the economist Abhay Aima with us, as well Sushmata Dev of the Congress Party, and Moa Moitra of the Trinamool. I'd like to thank all of you very much for joining us. Moa, let me come to you first. I know the Trinamool and indeed the Congress have been absolutely vociferous in your opposition to demonetization. But the fact of the matter is we are well past that debate of whether black money will be curtailed. The Prime Minister, the government clearly saying that their larger goal is also to move to a less cash society, ultimately perhaps a cashless society. Is it time for the opposition parties like your own party, the Trinamool, to actually realize that it's time to move on with the debate? Let's see what finally happens. Or are you going to keep saying how demonetization has just not worked?
Vishnu, it's a bit ludicrous to say that we as the opposition should move on with the debate because for some strange reason it appears, from your words at least, that the BJP has somehow, and this government has somehow succeeded in making this fight against black money successful. I don't think that's happened at all. I think what the government has done is shifted goalposts. So we started out by saying that this was a war against black money, and now they've said that, okay, this is all great, that debate is over, and now let's talk about cashless
Moa,
and financial
if we accept what you're saying, that the government has shifted the goalposts, is that goalpost, a cashless society, necessarily bad?
But that's a different argument altogether. We're not talking about a cashless society. We're not talking about financial inclusion.
But why aren't we talking about a cashless society, Moa? That's what my question is.
No, because we haven't. We are not talking about it because the announcement on the 8th of November, which has wreaked havoc on this country, has walked off with 200 points of the GDP of this country, which is not backed by the authority of law, has happened in the last 1 month. And now you say that debate is over. That debate is certainly not over, because what we've got now is out of 40.5 lakh crores, 11.5 lakhs have already come back. The Center for Monitoring the Indian Economy has come out and said that the cost of this is 1.3 lakh crores. There's still 20 days left. So we may as well have a situation where you've got all of the money coming back, in which case the entire thing about black money and it coming back into the system falls flat. The argument falls flat.
All right, Sambit, that's a specific point. We'll look ahead in a moment, but that's a specific point. about money
there's
coming
one very
back into the
important
system,
point,
where
Vishnu,
will
there's
that
also
windfall
one very
gain
important
that the
point I
government
need to
expected
make.
actually come from? Sambit, go ahead.
See, as far as the specific question is concerned, that if all the money that was out of the system finds its way into the system, so what is the benefit of the country? Point number A in this, it's just 30 days into the whole exercise. We still have 20 more days. If we consider the cumulative amount to be somewhere around 16 lakh crores, and the amount that has found its way to the bank, that is 11.5 lakh crore, and I believe most of the exercise of depositing money were in the initial days, and the last 20 days will have less amount of deposits. I still believe 3 to 3.5 lakh crore can be out of the system, point number one, but I think these are all speculations, we have to wait. Number two, even if the money finds its way back into the system, the informal money into the formal system, the tax base increases. The bank's lending power increases, interest rates comes down. So naturally, it's a beneficial proposition. Thirdly, we also have to keep in mind all the black money that finds its way into the formal system does not automatically get legalized or becomes white money. Naturally, the taxman is observing. There would be scrutiny of the money, the scrutiny of the source from where the money comes, and that would be taxed. So naturally, the faulted proposition that money finding its way into the formal system has been legalized is absolutely an unfounded one. But as far as the other questions that Mahuaji was in fact bringing up over here, look, a huge scheme like the demonetization, it does not cater to a singular ambition or a singular goal. It has to have multiple effects. Well, curbing black money is one of the most important things that we are looking towards. Terror funding, the Naxal funding, these are other important aspects. Counterfeit currency is also important aspect. So is the cashless society. And let me also clarify over here. It's not that we want to create a cashless society overnight. It has to be a less cash society, gradually moving and graduating towards a cashless
Sambit,
society in the days to come.
Sambit, I want to go across to Sushmita Dev, who've been waiting, and I know, Moa, you want to make a point. We've got time. I'll come back to you and indeed go across to Mr. Abhay Ayama as well. Sushmita, again, the assumption of the opposition was that somehow or the other, if there was a huge inflow of cash into accounts, then that there was an assumption that, you know, that somehow this would actually add or fuel the system. But the government is making the point that the entry of a lot of funds into the government, into the banks, doesn't necessarily mean that black money is being converted into white. Individual cases will need to be assessed. So there is no overnight expectation that the opposition should rely on.
See, the announcement was made overnight, and 18 times Prime Minister Modi used the word black money and corruption. Now the government has shifted the goalposts, and I understand why. Because the entire argument about corruption and black money has fallen apart. Now, what I want to say is that the proponents, people who were supporting demonetization, were hoping that a huge amount of cash would be destroyed or thrown into rivers, and that would come as a windfall to the government, which was also debated in Vikram Chandra's show. But the fact is that has also fallen apart. A cashless society is not a bad thing, but what we are saying is that to go cashless, you need to over time increase the bank branch reach, you need to increase the internet reach. So what was the justification for addressing the nation on 8th of November? Like it was a game changer and he was declaring a war against corruption and black money, and all that is out of the window now. And Sambit Patra is himself saying that's not our primary purpose anymore. We want a cashless society. What the Honorable Finance Minister did today is basically put a smoke screen in front of the fact that demonetization has failed. The main agenda as enumerated by the Prime Minister has failed. And that's the point. And what is the cost to the economy?
Okay, Abhay Ayama, would you like to come in over there? Both Moa and Sushmita making the point that, look, this began as a fight against black money and terror financing. And now it seems that the only focus is a cashless economy. So has the government deliberately shifted goalposts because of an admission that it's failed in what it had earlier stated was its primary purpose?
Vishnu, look, there is something that I would like to narrate which happened about a week back, and this is typically speaking of the mindset, especially the upper middle class elite. This friend of mine who came and said, look at what you're doing in demonetization. There's this lady who's a masseur and she's destroyed. I said, what happened? She said, you know, she's got 40 lakhs, her life saying lying with her, and today she doesn't have a bank account and she doesn't know what to do with it. And poor lady, as she described her. Now, that is the basic issue. We look at people with 40 lakhs of cash as poor. 40 lakh of cash should have a bank account, should have an income tax number. So we need to change this mindset that is there. Now, to say that how much money is going to come back or not come back is a matter of debate, and that is not the ultimate aim. When you take steps like this, what you are basically doing is there are effects which are related to it, and to separate the two is, if anyone who knows basics of economics, is a stupidity. Now, if you have digitalization, which in the last 1 month, if you talk to banks, has gone up by about, digital transactions have gone up by 500%, and they'll keep going up. Then you have GST coming in. The two are related. If we move towards that is almost an end of for people to generate cash.
Okay.
If the money comes into the bank, and that has to happen, either it has to get destroyed or it has to come into the bank. It leaves a trail. It cannot, it doesn't just vaporize. Even if the whole money, let's for a minute assume everything comes back, but then subsequently it leaves a trail. And if further transactions are done either through card or through all the digital things, then obviously there is a trail and you have GST coming in with it. So to separate the two, to say this is not going to, either or you have shifted goalposts, or, this is something that, if you want to criticize for the sake of criticizing, please go ahead and do it. The second point is that you have to look at the fact that if you want to take any further step, which is on gold or land, which has got a much higher value in terms of black money, and I concede that, the basic transaction mode is the currency. You need to clean the currency and to choke the currency or trail the currency if you have to take any further step.